BigFooty Blues. BigFooty Blues. BigFooty Blues. Come on, the BigFooty Blues.
And we're back again for another episode of the BigFooty Blues podcast. This is totally off the cuff, totally impromptu. No fancy introductions, none of the bells and whistles. We're just going to have a good old-fashioned conversation about Friday night when Carlton 16-13, 109 defeated North Melbourne 13-8, 86. With me to discuss the game, we have BlueBelle, ShanDog, HappyDude and MEB. Guys, what a win!
Yay, we won!
Finally. Ooh, excited about that one.
How good is it to actually get to sing the song at the end of a game?
Oh, it was lovely. It was,
and I even have started singing it early because the Chiefs squad started singing it early, and I never ever do this because I think it's a little bit arrogant, and I'm always like, it's not over till it's over, but it was over, let's be honest. So I was there with a North supporter, and he will never go to the football with me again. But I think we deserved it. We were in control from the start. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, why can't we play like that every week, you know? Just running through the goals. Henderson 6, Waite 4, Gibbs 2, singles to Yaron, Wood, Judd and Graham, and our best were Gibbs, Waite, Henderson, Simpson, Curnow, and Doherty and Yaron. But really, they were all great.
Yeah, it was hard to pick the 5 votes in the player of the year thread. I changed it about 3 times, I reckon, because a lot of guys had a great game.
Yeah.
Guys, can I just dispel something straight away? I mean, who amongst you thinks that I'm a jinx?
Well, I
wouldn't admit to it.
I called you out for being a jinx, so.
Yeah, I did say before the game I was so disappointed to see that Graham was going to be sub again, and I said, in a funny way, I'm hoping that maybe a little niggling injury to somebody so that Graham can get more than a quarter on the ground, as long as there was nobody really important and it wasn't a major injury. Well, I don't know. That's probably Everett's season finish, so that Thanks. Probably didn't really fit my what I asked for, did it? So I don't. I tell you what, when Graham slotted that goal, he pulled off that shepherd and backed up for that pass from Simpson and slotted that goal from out in the at the pocket there. I thought, jinx be. That's what we wanted to see from the young guy.
Well, it's disappointing for Everett that Graham's awesome shepherd and goal had to come at his expense, and I'm pretty sad to see that Graham's out probably for the rest of the year because he's been really, really good for us, and that's probably 2 guaranteed goals each week gone. But oh my God, can I just say, mine and ShanDog's old mate Sam Rowe.
Oh, just what a man!
What a man! What a game! Petrie who? Honestly, I can't get enough of Sam Rowe at the moment. That was delightful.
Well, our Petrie problem's solved. We just need to solve the Thomas problem.
Yeah. That was unreal. Bloody Thomas Seagull.
That was a great mark he talked about. Yeah. He's still an idiot.
Even Cunnington did a few goals early, which I thought he played well too. But no, it was good that we persisted, and as a team as well. Like, there was not one player that didn't put in on Friday night, so it was great.
Even our Thomas was, he didn't have a whole heap of disposals, but his pressure and he was gut running all over the ground as well. I think did he go at 100% disposal efficiency as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was hitting targets, brilliant.
Yeah. I've watched him all year, and off camera, he just does so much. So I guess it's hard to tell for those that only get to watch it on TV, but he's directing players here, there, and everywhere. He's talking. He's actually been a brilliant pick up this year for us. As much as he hasn't been damaging in the sense of, on the scoreboard and disposal wise, but as a leader on the field, he's been great.
I think he's sort of, even when he's not directing people, but he's encouraging and he's giving them the little bum taps and all that sort of thing, and he's always pushing them. Whereas we've kind of been a little bit silent on the ground over the last year or two with nobody really taking that role. So even though he's not in the leadership group, he still very much acts like a leader out there. And you all know I'm not Daisy's biggest fan, so for me to say that, it must be happening a lot.
One person that that we haven't praised yet that I reckon deserves it a bit for his first game back on the AFL field coming in for us. When we picked him up, I had a bit of a knock on wood, but he was out there playing like he had a chip on his shoulder.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
Didn't he have a good game? He broke even in the middle, and yeah, he was a lot more damaging around the ground. Even slotted a few.
He was great. And Jared Waite, what a game from him.
Well, I was about to say, another late withdrawal and McLean out and Waite in, and we couldn't be happier about that.
Yeah.
Wade's end-to-end football when he was now in the defensive 50, stopping a goal, and then all of a sudden he's in our 50, kicking a goal, just made me go, why couldn't you have done this your entire career? Because he played an absolute blinder. Maybe at the age of 31, the message has gotten through.
Oh, well, better late than never. But can we just run through for a forward? 19 disposals, 10 contested possessions, 11 marks, 6 contested marks is fantastic. 79% efficiency for Wadey is awesome. 6 tackles and 4 goals won, just to show what the work rate was like. And Hendo loves having Wadey out there.
Yeah.
He doesn't he? They
They're
just
great
work
mates
so
too.
well together.
Yeah.
And I mean, Casbolt he didn't fire or anything like that, but we didn't need him to. It was,
he still takes their biggest defender as well. So Casbolt, even though he didn't kick goals and take big marks and all that sort of thing, still really, really important to the other two doing that. So that's great.
Yeah.
definitely.
It was good to see Jamo fire up right at the end there, and go at Magic Door. Right at the end, you could even hear him on like when I watched the highlight reel, you could hear him talking to him about, obviously how he giving him a bit of a cheeky hit. Yeah, when he ran.
It was
into
just
Hendo.
nice to play 4 whole quarters. And I must admit, in the third quarter, when North kind of got out of second gear that they'd been in for the game up till then, I was like, here we go again. Yeah. But we actually stopped it this time. We wrestled control back, and we were always going to win. And it's just so nice to think we've played a full game.
Yeah, I was relatively comfortable even when they fought back. I guess the kicking was a bit, I thought, oh, God, don't kick yourselves out of it, Blues, because you've worked so hard and you really deserve the win. But, I was really comfortable. They controlled the game. It was such a great effort.
That end-to-end play that we referred to with Jared Waite, where he took a goal-saving mark in defence and then went forward and kicked a goal just a minute later. The lead up to that play stemmed from 2 of our young guys. Nick Graham did a little dinky kick off the side of his boot, inside out kick out to Doherty, who just summed it up immediately with weight streaming through the centre, and a beautiful penetrating kick into the forward line. I love seeing the goal assists come from the young guys.
Yeah.
They just with just the way they read the play and see it unfolding gives me a lot of heart.
And geez Louise, Doherty's a good kick.
He is.
Oh, he's a beautiful kick.
Yeah. Yep. It was also good to see us. I know we mentioned it when we talked about the St Kilda game. Was how long has it been since we've seen us physically bully another team? And we did it again, and that's good. Like, we were just physically at them all the time. We didn't shy away when they try to bring it up to us, which is good to see. Even if we lose games, I want to see us sort of have that physicality again about us. I don't like seeing us, sort of wither away and run away with our tail between our legs. And it's good that the last few weeks, even when we've been being beaten around the ground, that we've still brought it up to the opposition.
On that topic, though, does anyone think that Robinson's going to get weeks for the hit?
Yeah.
Probably one for his bad record will probably push him over.
Well,
he didn't make head contact, in my opinion.
A little bit.
I think
he hit him high. He got him high.
I think he got him across the chest, and the head contact came as he spun after the hit, and the head hit the Robbo's back. So
really?
Robbo sort of spun. That was my initial. I mean, I haven't seen it broken down in slow motion. I just saw it on the night, but I thought the head contact came on his back. But they'll still say you chose the bump, and somebody got head contact, even if it was after the initial hit. It was like a rebound contact, a ricochet contact. I think that they may say something, but you know what? That was fantastic.
It was
I'm I'm not going to hang Robinson for that. And the way him and Bell were in there tackling and putting that pressure on, and the way they were hitting, it's set us up perfectly.
And Graham as well. Graham's aggression was pretty good, and Simon White too, who always is like a little bit cheeky and aggressive. It's nice to, as you said, HappyDude, actually impose physically on a team.
Yeah.
But I don't know I don't know about Robbo, but we'll see how we go.
The biggest story on the night almost wasn't the win. It was Troy Menzel. And fortunately, we've got some good news to report out of that, because he's sustained some bone bruising when we thought he may have done his knee. So, but all our guys, s02e seems to have found a little bit of form again.
Yeah, he's getting pretty consistent, actually. He's having some good games. He's strung about 3 or 4 of them together, maybe even a little more. He hasn't stood out, but he's been doing well.
Yeah, that's
good. On Friday.
Oh, he was brilliant.
One thing North Melbourne were doing to Simo real early, I noticed it as well, was they kept corralling him to try and kick off his right foot. He's left-footed, I believe, and they kept trying to make him kick off his wrong foot. And I thought early on that they sort of had him figured out, but no, he kept at it, and eventually, beat them and worked out, when the handball, and he expected it and could work around it after halfway through the second quarter, and he really turned it on for the rest of the game.
Well, he was on Triple M yesterday, and they were saying to him, like, we couldn't understand why North Melbourne let you get so much space. Like, he was on his own quite a bit. He was just, all of a sudden, Simo's got the ball again. And he's like, oh, neither could I. I just sort of laughed it off. But I thought it was interesting how when he had such an impact, they didn't seem to make many positional changes, North Melbourne, to try and stem the flow. But, I mean, that's fine with me. That's their problem to work out. But, yeah, it was bizarre. Just
returning back to Cameron Wood for a second, and I guess the merits of Wood versus Warnock. I mean, I guess we've been crying out to see Wood went back in defence and took a mark back there, and he took contested mark up forward. He had 3 contested marks, which is, I don't know that Robbie will take 3 contested marks in a season.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, and look, we did lose the hitouts, but it didn't seem like we were suffering. We squared the clearances. We won the centre clearances quite easily. So it didn't seem like we were suffering that much from it. And I think hitouts and even hitouts to advantage, with the way midfielders are so professional and sort of holding their man and guarding space in the centre there and shepherding for each other and reading the ball off the hands of the opposing ruckman, I don't think it's as big as an issue as we think. And
absolutely.
I'm just wondering whether Warnock's sort of like 10 years behind his time. Something. His style of play might have been better suited around the.
Well, I was at the VFL yesterday, and Warnock played, and I'm pretty sure Cameron Wood will be playing against Freo for us. I mean, he wasn't bad, okay? Like, he took marks, he worked around the ground a little bit more than what he normally does, but, I mean, he was getting Bronx cheered from day dot. I reckon he took about 6 marks, but, I mean, he should be dominating if he's playing in the VFL, and I still didn't feel like he dominated. The other VFL ruck was pushing him under the ball and, like, just sort of bodying him out of the ways, which was disappointing. So I'm pretty sure Wood is safe.
Well, I mean, Wood only had 10 disposals himself, and, Warnock's done that. So it's not like he's getting more of the ball, but it just seems that he's having more impact around the ground.
Yeah.
So he actually knows where to go and where to use his big body to maximum effect, where sort of reading where the ball's going to drop,
It was just very effective.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, 90% efficiency and 7 marks. So he's providing a bit of an out. And I actually noticed at one point in defence where we were prepared to chip across the ground to Wood.
Mm.
Now we would never use Robbie in that way.
Exactly, they kind of used him as a link-up player in a couple of moments, and you would never see Robbie Warnock even positioned in the right place to be able to attempt to use him like that.
That's a great. That's well summed up too. Actually, you expressed that better than I could. Exactly. You need the ruckman to become part of that chain So you're not playing one man down all the time, and
That's
Wood knows
right.
how to do that. And I liked it. I liked it when he got his skates on to chase down Boomer Harvey.
Yeah. He had a little
did
bit of speed there.
show a bit of toe. Yeah.
That was
So-
nice.
And he's no longer that punchline like he was when we first picked him up. Even some Collingwood supporters are going, you know what? I always thought he had talent, and maybe he's just starting to grow into his body, and sort of, he's got his in the right shape and stuff. And they're all also wondering. They were sweating on that game so that they could laugh at Wood making a fool of himself, and he didn't. And now they're all sitting there going, oh. Well, it's the joke's not on us anymore.
Oh, I did see the very first baller, the very first ball up at the start of the game, I think it was. I'm pretty sure he went up with the opposition ruckman and ended up landing flat on his backside. And I went,
Yeah.
oh no. But obviously he worked his way to the game.
I was reading up a little bit about Cameron Wood from when he was at Collingwood, and from what I can understand, his biggest problem there was his work rate. He didn't really put in the effort to get to the contest and that sort of thing, and that's what most people had an issue with. So judging by his game on Friday night, his work rate obviously isn't an issue anymore. He's expressed that he's really grateful to Mick for giving him another chance and basically giving him a lifeline when nobody else was interested. So I think that's not something that we'll need to worry about.
Mm. So it seems that Carlton are going to have a little bit of nuisance value in the next 5 weeks.
Good. Hope they bloody beat Freo.
Well-
Someone said we can still make finals.
Well,
I reckon our chance of beating Freo went out the window when St Kilda beat them last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
I'm worried now.
I couldn't believe it when I saw the scores this morning. I thought, damn you! We play Subi well, though.
Yeah, but they'll want blood in front of their home crowd.
Well, if we're upsetting, we beat Adelaide, we've beaten North Melbourne. We're a pretty good chance of beating Gold Coast, I would think. I hate the idea that we're beating everybody that allows Essendon into the finals. So we're going to have to beat them too.
Yeah, that's what I reckon. I reckon
It's a deal.
I've been telling people I'll be happy with this season and last season if we knock Richmond out from 9th and knock Essendon out of the finals. Besides winning grand finals, that's probably the best footy's going to get for me.
Very vindictive.
I got a lot of pleasure out of upsetting the commentary team and the panel for Friday Night Football, and the likes of David King, and
Yeah.
him thinking that we're going to get smashed and whatnot. I got a lot of pleasure out of that.
I haven't watched the replay yet.
Oh well.
Are they really anti-Carlton or?
Well, obviously nobody gave Carlton a hope. They were pretty anti-Carlton, and even King, I think, about all he got all night, even after the game, is Carlton did well, but the story's really about North Melbourne, So he doesn't
Right.
want to give much credit to Carlton at all.
Well, I think it's quite fair to say that, we won that game. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Some games where it's like, oh no, the other team lost. We definitely won. We beat them. We controlled it the whole time, and we deserve it. So everyone should give us an apology for not even thinking that we could do it, or would even come close.
Mm. I'm only upset that St Kilda upstaged us for the story of the week. So, oh well.
Imagine if GWS had won as well.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
then it would just be a weekend of aberrations, and we wouldn't get any credit whatsoever.
To be
Yeah,
honest,
true.
I was hoping GWS would win though.
Yeah. Go Melbourne and go the Bulldogs today.
Hey,
Like
Boyd
the
looked alright too,
Bulldogs.
didn't he?
Yeah, kicked a couple of goals late.
Mm.
He'll be kicking goals for us next year, hopefully.
We go after his brother Tim Boyd.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm totally oblivious.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
happy
that's
dude
Australia.
typo.
Okay.
Said,
Oh,
get
okay.
Tim Boyd.
Yeah, I said we should go after Tim Boyd, and then everyone started quoting me saying, "Who is that guy? Can he play football? Was he any good?"
Can he be can he be recruited after 1 year?
After
Yes.
one, yeah.
Can be
Apparently
traded.
you just can't delist them.
If he's happy
Yeah.
to trade, only if he's happy to be traded, because he's still in contract, obviously. So
Yeah, it'll be a Nathan Buckley situation, get drafted by Brisbane, even though I only want to play for Collingwood to win premierships, except hopefully without the ironic leaving the team to play against the team who actually won the flags.
Now, we haven't actually spoken about Bryce Gibbs, who was possibly right up there, first or second for the best on ground for us, probably.
Mm.
I know, but it's sort of, this is bad, but I'm sort of coming to expect it from him now. He's spoiled over the last few weeks. and we've had good Gibbs, or awesome Gibbs. And so now I'm like, well, you should just do that every week, Gibbs.
You know what I think? I think it's the hair and the headband, like
Samson power.
I hated it. Like I think it looks stupid, but I don't know. He's out there. He's doing well, so he can get Hurley hair for all I care. That's going to make him play well.
No, he can't.
No, he can't. Dennis Armfield is rocking the Pat Rafter yesterday in the BFL, and it made me feel sick.
It's those 2 snap goals. Wow.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
fantastic.
how quick were they?
Great.
And I'm just noticing the way he's using his size and muscling his way through the opposition now. He actually got some strength there, and he's actually playing like a big-bodied mid.
I remember someone saying a couple of years ago I think it was before the game or something, they were asking about playing on Bryce Gibbs, and they said when the ball's in the air and you're playing on him one-on-one, you just can't beat him. Like, he can position himself and hold his ground really well. And I remember thinking at the time, I haven't really noticed that, but yeah, that was a couple of players was saying that's how they feel about when they get lined up on him, is when it comes to the ball being in the air one-on-one, he can out-muscle them and really outwork them to get the ball to land where he needs it to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any more thoughts on the game?
Just that Murphy, I think, is going from strength to strength each week as captain, and it's great to see. That's probably it. I know at the start of the year everyone was sort of questioning him as a captain, and I think he's doing a bang-up job, and he should get some credit for it.
Well, I noticed that when there's any sort of confrontation in our goal square, or we have a free kick, a shot at goal, and the opposition like to get in our faces and try to suck us into getting it reversed. And there was one such situation. I think Jamo was down there. Maybe when Jamo was protecting, was flying the flag for Hendo, it might have been then. And Murphy was the one that came along and sort of got him between the two and sort of pushed Jamo away. And no, he was the voice of reason in there, sort of thing. Don't do anything stupid. So he's growing into that captaincy, So good on him.
And props to Kerno as well.
Yes. Oh, Kerno did well.
Yeah, he played a good game.
His turnovers still kill me.
Yeah, they do.
Every time. And when he was lining up for that goal, when he got the free, I thought, oh, God, he's the last person I want kicking for a bloody goal. But, whatever. He plays his role.
Yeah.
His good work outdoes the bad stuff. I mean, keeping Harvey's and stuff all.
Yeah, but we just can't have too many on the team.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's right. You get another couple in, and suddenly you want to hang them all. You have one or two in there. You go, no, I can live with that.
You just need someone running behind him all the time to get a quick handball.
Yeah. and don't we look quick? Once we,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so it's. We think we need that outside run, and we start looking to the draft and who we can get, where we can get some foot speed from, and it just comes down to how you're using the ball and being smart about knowing when to go and when not to, and it makes you look like you're 5 meters quicker than you are.
Yeah, and we looked quick without Walker and without Buckley as well, and they are quick. So, maybe those slower midfielders that we've got coming through, like Nick Graham and Patrick Cripps and stuff, aren't going to be the massive negative that some people think it might be.
Yeah. And I guess with that in mind, Chris Yaron had another good game. So, yeah. So we're not going to do another podcast this week. This is it. This is our water cooler talk, fresh. So the game was fresh in our minds. We've got the weekend off, and we'll come back next week so we can talk about the Freo game and whatever is happening around the club. But apart from that, that's all we've got for you this week.
Good talk.
So, good talk, everybody.
Hit the showers.
Thanks to everybody. Hit the towels. Just stop slapping me on the ass with your towel.
Yeah, please leave me alone, guys. I'm going to a different change room.
Something tells me we just found a title. But until next week, see you later, everybody.
See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.